This is by far my favorite thing of all the duties that I have is being out in a boat.
It's an afternoon in the boat for Aaron Carey, a conservation officer for the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources, who offers some advice to anglers.
The main goal out here is to make sure that everybody enjoys their day and goes home safely, and you got to make sure you have the equipment, as well as don't forget to buy your fishing license and make sure that you abide by the rules of the lake. He doesn't have a current fishing license. He forgot to buy his new one.
And that's what he's doing today, checking anglers for licenses and other safety equipment. Carey has a game plan for approaching a boat and interacting with anglers.
Usually the first thing I do is chat with them. Hey, having any luck? Puts people at ease a little bit, and they don't get, everybody's a little nervous when a cop pulls up to them. Then I'll usually check their fishing licenses and check their fish, and then I'll go into what we call a safety check, where I'll ask them to make sure they have a wearable life jacket for everybody on board. If their boat's 16 feet or longer, I make sure they have a throwable PFD. And then I usually check for a fire extinguisher if they need one. I check as I pull up to the boat is usually when I look at the registration to make sure that it's current. Good luck, fellas.
Carey has been a conservation officer for 12 years, the last 5 in Minnesota.
I don't want people to think that I'm just there to find a reason to write you a ticket and move on. I want to, talk to you, find out how you're doing, give you a few tips where you might go and have a little better success. And usually that makes the whole entire contact go a lot better. You go back in there, otherwise if you go back over here, there's a little channel back there. They catch them once in a while.
In addition to providing a tip or two, Carey also has heard his share of stories about fishing licenses.
My favorite one was in 2008. I checked a lady in July. She had a 2007 license, and she had taken a Sharpie and tried to turn the 7 into an 8 to make it valid, but she'd forgot that the purchase date was written down at the bottom.
That was one of the best ones?
Yeah, that one's still my favorite.
A favorite story from a conservation officer on the job doing his favorite activity. This is Steve Carroll reporting for the Minnesota DNR.